online statewide lectures. So, first of all, I will introduce myself Gayatri Dilip Marwa from BMC Education Department, Goregaon East, MPS Secondary School. So students, from the last lectures, we are discussing about the question papers and how to solve our questions from the question papers. So in the last lecture, we had discussed about the first question of history, that is complete the statement by choosing the correct option, and there will be two parts in this question, A and B part. So first question carries 3 marks. There will be 3 questions and we have to solve all 3 questions. Okay. After that, in the B part, there are 2 questions and we have to solve any one. Okay. So next again, in the second question, there will be graphical representation for 4 marks, and there will we have to solve any one. Okay, three questions are there or 3 parts are there, and we have to solve any two. Okay, in the B part again, that carries 2 marks uh, each. Means we have to solve 2 questions, and total marks we will obtain from that question, that is 4 marks. Okay. Next one, the question number 3, that is also for 4 marks, and there will be 4 options and we have to solve any 2 options. Each question carries 2 marks, means total that is 4 marks. Again, the fourth question, which is based on passage or a comprehension, that carries 4 marks. The first 2 question carries one mark, and the third one carries 2 marks. Total is 4 marks. So next one, question number 5. So question number 5, that is answer the following question in details, and that is any two. That is for 6 marks. It means there will be 4 questions and we have to solve any 2 questions. But for one question, it carries 3 marks. And for 3 marks, students, we have to write 5 or 6, 5 to 7 points. Means 5, 6, 7. We have to write 5 to 7 points to obtain 3 marks. Means half marks for each statement. So understand this, that for question number 5, answer the following questions in detail, because the answer should be in detail, and it carries 3 marks for each question. So we have to write 5 to 7 statements for each and every answer. Okay. And again, for question number 6, which is from political science, choose the correct option and rewrite the sentence. Okay. And in this portion, we have to solve the given 2 questions. It is for 2 marks, and 2 questions are given in front of us, and we have to solve all that 2 questions. Okay. Now let's start our practice, because today we will do question number 5 and 6. Okay, we will practice about question number 5 and 6, that how to write question number 5 and question number 6. Now see student, question number 5, which is based on answer in details the following question, that carries 6 marks and we have to solve any 2. It means each question carries 3 marks, and for 3 marks we have to write 5 to 7 statement. Okay, minimum 5 and maximum 7, not more than that. Okay. Now see, question is, what are the efforts made by the government to promote agriculture? Okay. So see the answer, in order to promote and encourage agriculture, the following steps are taken by the government. Now how many steps? There are so many steps, but we have to write 5 to 7 steps. Okay. That is, the first one is loan are provided through cooperative banks. Second one, encouragement is given to cooperative industries processing fruits and vegetables. Third one, study tours, agriculture, outdoor visits, and gathering of farmers are organized. Fourth point, improve tools good quality seeds and fertilizers are supplied. Fifth one is soil testing laboratories given guidance regarding the crops. And sixth one, financially help to provided to build warehouses for storing food grains on farm products. So students, there are 6 points you have written it. So we have to write, and for these questions you have to learn more than 6 points, because when we are sitting in the examination room, maybe we will forget any one point, then we will can write any other point. Okay, so understand this, that we have to write more than 7 points. Okay, we have to learn more than 7 points, and from that, when we are going to attain this answer, we can write 5 to 6 points. Okay, next one, write about the textile industries in India. Now, the textile industries, the first textile mill was established by Kawaji Dawar on 11th July 1851. Thereafter, a large number of textile mills came up in Mumbai and other parts of India. Number 2 point, the textile industries includes the power looms and handlooms industries, which are labor intensive. Third one, the Textile Committee was established as per the Textile Committee Act 1963. The fourth point is, this committee sets the quality standards for sale in the domestic market as well as for exports. Fifth one, the textile industry accounts for 14% of the total industrial production in India. So in this way, we are writing 5 points. Okay. After that, next question is, write a note on the Human Right Protection Act. Now see students, because this is a very precise material, that is Human Rights Protection Act. So what is the main for the act, we have to write only that much. Okay, now the Human Rights Protection Act was enacted by Parliament in 1993 to prevent injustice to men and women. Number 2, it set up the National Human Rights Commission. On the same line, in some states of the Human Rights Commission were established. Now, this law is meant to migrate injustice detailed to women in the form of collective oppression, divorcee women, exploitation of women at the workplace. Okay, all these are the Human Rights Act. Okay, so next question is, write about Integrated Guided Missile Development Program. So Integrated Guided Missile Development Program. So the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program, that is IGMDP, was conceived by and carried out under the leadership of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Next point, Defense Research and Development Organization, that is DRDO, undertook the task of building the missiles. Third one, Prithvi 1, because we are discussing about integrated guided missiles. Now we are writing about the missiles, that is Prithvi 1, that is surface to surface ballistic missiles, was given to the army. Number 2, Prithvi 2. Now, missile Prithvi 2 was given to the Air Force, and Prithvi 3 was given to the Navy. Now, see students, in the fourth point, we are connecting two points with each other. But in examination, you can write one another one. Okay, like Prithvi 2 was given to the Air Force, and next point is Prithvi 3 was given to the Navy. You can write like this also. Okay. Next one. Prithvi had the capacity to carry nuclear weapons of 500 to 1000 kg. Again, Prithvi could travel with Prithvi missile, could travel a distance of 150 to 300 kilometers due to the nuclear ballistic missile. After that, Agni 1. Agni 1 military missile had a range of 700 kilometer. Later, Agni 2 and Agni 3 were also produced. Now here we can explain one by one Agni 1, Agni 2 and Agni 3 also. Okay. Next point, Akash, a land-to-air missile was developed in 1990. Next point, it has capacity, it means the Akash missile has capacity to carry 720 kilogram explosive at supersonic speed at a range of 30 kilometer. And last one, the missile Nag was made in order to destroy the enemy tanks. It is of the fire and forget types. Thus, India has become military secure due to the production of these missiles. So, there are 10 points. I know this is very lengthy answer, but if you learn any 8 points or 7 points, then in examination you can write any 5 or 6 points. Okay. After that, write about India's atomic energy program. Now see India's atomic energy program. So first of all, the first point is Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was the pioneer of the India's atomic energy program. He constituted the Atomic Energy Commission on 10th August 1948 with Dr. Homi Bhabha and its chairman. Apsara nuclear reactor working at atomic power became function in 1956. Next is in 1969, an atomic power station was set up at Tarapur, and a reactor research center was set up at Kalpakam to use thorium for generating atomic power. Next one, Heavy Water Board was set up to carry out research on manufacturing heavy water. Next one, an indigenous nuclear reactor Dhruva was started at Trombay in 1985. And last one, Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited was set up in 1987 to generate electricity from atomic power. So there are 8 points, student. You can learn any 7 points. And to write a better answer, you can underline the main points or main words and you can write the answer. Okay. Next question. Write about the community development program. So, community development program. So, the answer is rural development was accorded high priority in the first 5-year plan. To accelerate agriculture development, irrigation and village industries, the community development program was launched in 1952. Now, second point, spread of education, improvement in public transport and public health were also observed under this program. Number 3, implementation of the community development program was entrusted to 3 tier, that is Panchayati Raj institution, Gram Panchayat institution, Panchayat Samiti and Jilla Parishad in 1962. Next one, write about the rural development in Maharashtra. So how the rural area was developed in Maharashtra. So see, Panchayati Raj was established in Maharashtra in 1962. It consists of the village panchayat, panchayat samiti and Jilla Parishad. Okay, next one. Panchayati Raj institutions undertake various activities of rural development. Which type of development? That is rural water supply scheme was started by sinking when providing five water and build dams. Rural electrification cooperative societies were established. Next one, village industrial planning committee was formed to encourage the development of industries in villages. Next one, residential school known as Vidya Niketan was started in Satara, Aurangabad, Nasik and Chikaldara. Next one, agriculture universities were established at Rauri, Akola, Parbhani and Dapoli. And last one, Maharashtra received UNESCO's award in 1972 for the spread of literacy. So student, there are 9 points. You can write any 6 points for this answer. Okay. Next question. Why it is necessary to keep alive the dialects of Indian language? Now see, this is very precise question. So to preserve or to keep alive the dialects of, so dialects means Boli Bhasha. Okay, what we will speak to our native place, that is the dialects. Okay, that are the dialects. So the Indian language also have dialects. There are so many dialects in every language, like in with Marathi. Okay, if we are speaking Marathi, but there are so many dialects, like Malwani is there. Okay, Airani is there. Solapuri is there. Okay, there are so many different languages we are speaking in Maharashtra, that is called as dialects. So these dialects enrich the language. Now, these are ways to expressions to common people, because after any 5 kilometer, the language change as per their reason. So it is very common, and for every word there is a different expression. So these are the ways to express the common people. They are an important part of our heritage, but their number is now on the decline. Therefore, it is necessary to keep alive the dialects of the Indian language. Okay. So see, there are minimum 5 points for this answer. Next one. Write the changes that have came about in drama or theater. Now we have to write different type of changes. What we have seen, uh, which come the changes we have seen in dramas and theaters. That is, early earlier the plays were very long, sometimes running throughout entire night, but now their length is shortened. This is the first change. Before post independence or pre independence, the plays were very long, very lengthy, they were running throughout the night, but now this is shortened into 1.5 to 3 hours. It's getting shortened. Okay, now the form and techniques of drama also very changed. Okay, the forms means तरीके, नाटक के जो तरीके हैं वो भी अभी चेंज हो चुके हैं. There are so many. First, when the post independence or pre independence period, at that period the drama was part is coming into the parts, the different parts, like act number 1, act number 2, act number 3. But now the dramas are also going as a story. Throughout the skit, the players are coming on the stage, or artists are coming on the stage. They are playing their role and uh, just to leave the stage. Now in this way the plays are going on, but before that time, because at the time of pre-independence and post-independence, there were a stage, and for that scene only a stage is there. Some parts are playing their role, and after completing their role, there will be whole black color is there, or lights are getting off, and another set is who come on the stage, and again the other artists or players come on that stage and playing their role. In that way, the forms and techniques of the drama is also changed. Now the place of musical mythological history dramas were being taken by the drama of political and social subjects. In the pre-independence or post-independence period, the dramas were based on mythological or musical or historical, means like dramas on Shivaji, dramas on Ramayana, Mahabharat, or Sati. All these are the main core of the play. But now it is changed. Now we can see in dramas we are seeing social events. Okay, जैसे नारी मुक्ति है उसके ऊपर आपको देखने को मिलेगा, गरीबी है उसके ऊपर देखने के लिए मिलेगा, ठीक है, अनाथ बच्चे होते हैं या फिर बूढ़े माँ बाप होते हैं, ये अलग अलग टॉपिक्स अभी आपको प्लेज में देखने को मिलते हैं. तो ऑल दीज आर द ड्रामाज ऑफ टुडे. Okay. Now people from different strata take part in drama. Strata means from every part of the life. ठीक है. Now people are different strata take part in drama. ड्रामा में भी भाग लेने के लिए बहुत ही मतलब सारे पार्ट से कोई भी आके ड्रामा कर सकता है. पहले ऐसे नहीं था. पहले ड्रामास करने वाले जो लोग थे वो अलग हुआ करते थे. ठीक है, उनको एक पर्टिकुलर नाम दिया जाता है और वही लोग, जैसे आपने सुना भी होगा या फिर मूवीज में देखा होगा, जैसे तमाशा जिसको बोलते हैं, तो उन लोगों को सोसाइटी में इतनी वैल्यू नहीं रहती थी. ठीक है, उनका काम ही था कि वो सिर्फ लोगों का मनोरंजन करे, जो थके हारे लोग हैं उनका मनोरंजन करे, इसलिए ये ड्रामाज और प्लेस हुआ करते थे. बट नाउ द सिनेरियो इज टोटली चेंज. अभी वैसा कुछ नहीं रहा है. अभी टू शो आवर टैलेंट वी आर प्लेइंग ड्रामास. ठीक है. सो अभी जो कलाकार हैं, प्लेयर्स हैं, वो किसी भी तरह से अलग अलग पोर्शन में से आके वो अपना जो कलाकारी है वो दिखा सकते हैं. ओके, सो इट इज अबाउट क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. नाउ वी आर मूविंग टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. that is from this question number 6, the portion of political science was coming up. ठीक है, अभी जो कुछ पोर्शन आएगा क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 से, वो सारा का सारा पॉलिटिकल साइंस पे ही डिपेंड रहेगा. ओके, नाउ हियर द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, choose the correct option and rewrite the sentence. So there will be two questions in this part and we have to solve both the questions, and which carries 1 marks. It means the total 2 marks. Okay, now see how we will be. Now see, there are dash Naga languages. So options are there 8, 10, 12 or 16. So we have to, so student, for this question we have to learn all the small things from the book. Okay, जो छोटी छोटी बातें हैं वो हमको याद रखनी है कि क्योंकि ऑप्शंस जो होते हैं वो हमेशा कंफ्यूजिंग होते हैं. Okay, so we have to learn all these things. Okay, there are 16 Naga languages. Okay, this is the correct answer. Next one, the non-aligned movement emerged in. When the non-aligned movement was in 1947, in 1956, in 1961 or 1965. So the correct answer is the non-aligned movement was founded and held in first conference in 1961 under the leadership of Joseph Broz Tito of Yugoslavia, Jamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt, Jawaharlal Nehru of India, and Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana, and Sukarno of Indonesia. So the correct answer is the non-alignment movement emerged in 1961. The next one is, Dash was traditionally an autonomous region of China. So we have to see the question. The traditionally an autonomous region of China, that is Tibet, Nepal, Bhutan and Sikkim. So student, we can see the China and all these states. Some countries are there and one state is there. It is just attached to China. So the correct answer, China has 5 autonomous regions, that is Ganski and Inner Mongolia, Nigeria, Tibet, and Xinjiang. Okay, so you can see in this map also the yellow part is the so the correct answer. Tibet was the traditionally an autonomous region of China. Okay, next was which day is observed as an international level. Okay, which day is observed international level? That is the Teachers' Day. After that, Children's Day, Earth Day, or Flag Day. Okay, so it is very common question, students. Teachers' Day, we are celebrating Teachers' Day in India in the uh, as a birthday of Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. After that, Children's Day, we are celebrating as a birthday of Jawaharlal Nehru. Flag Day, that is for the Army Day. But the Earth Day is an annual event celebrated around the world on April 22 to demonstrate support for environmental protection, first celebrated in 1970. It now includes events coordinated globally by the Earth Day Network in more than 193 countries. It means 22 April is celebrated as Earth Day. So it is an international level. So answer is Earth Day is observed on an international level. So next question is there there are dash members of this Security Council. So you have to learn that how many members are in, present in Security Council. That is 10, 12, 15, and 20. So the explanation is in Security Council, that is United Nations Security Council, there will be 5 permanent members are there and 10 non-permanent members are there. These 5 permanent members have veto power. Okay, and to pass any bill or any proposal, the permission of 5 permanent members and the permission of 4 non-permanent members are to be required. So 10 plus 5 it may become 15. So there are 15 members of the Security Council. Next question. The International Court of Justice is located at. So where the International Court of Justice is located in Geneva, in Hague, in New York, or in Rome. So the correct answer is the International Court of Justice, also known as the World Court, is the main judicial organ of the United Nations. It was established in June 1945 by the Charter of the United Nations and began work in April 1946. The seat of the court is at the Peace Palace in the Hague. It means the International Court of Justice is located at the Hague. The next question is the number of member states of the United Nations in 2017 is. So how are the number of member states of United Nations? That is 190, 193, 198 or 199. So see the correct option. So there are currently 193 United Nations member states. Each of the member states of the United Nations has one seat in the General Assembly. Information about current members, growth of memberships since 1945, the procedure on how a country becomes a member, and the membership of principal United Nations organ is provided with. Okay, it means the correct answer is the number of the member state of the United Nations in 2017 is 193. See the next question. Dash has a free international border with India. Okay, which has the free international border with India, that is Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal or Myanmar. So free international border, it means we can move from one country to another country as very openly or as very freely. It is called as free international border. मतलब जब हम एक देश से दूसरे देश में जाते हैं तो उसके लिए हमें बहुत ज्यादा परेशानी नहीं होती, हम बहुत ही सकुशी से हम लोग एक दूसरे के देशों में जा सकते हैं, तो इसी को बोलते हैं हम फ्री इंटरनेशनल बॉर्डर. Okay, the correct answer is India has free international borders with Nepal and Bhutan, but Bhutan is not present in the option. It means Nepal is the correct answer. Both of which reciprocate by allowing Indian citizens to enter into their sovereign lands in from 21 March 2020. Means it is a date or material. So see, student, in Nepal and Bhutan, our nation citizens can move one country to another country. ठीक है, हम किसी भी बिना रोक टोक के हमारे सिटीजन्स वहां पे जा सकते हैं और वहां के सिटीजन्स यहाँ पे आ सकते हैं. सोवेरियन नेशंस मतलब जो अपने खुद अपने जो हक है, जो अपने जो लॉज है वो खुद बनाते हैं, उनको किसी की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज सोवेरियन नेशन. तो नेपाल एक सोवेरियन नेशन है, भूटान सोवेरियन नेशन है, इंडिया इज आल्सो सोवेरियन नेशन, पाकिस्तान आल्सो इज सोवेरियन नेशन. बट हम पाकिस्तान में बिना रोक टोक के कभी जा नहीं सकते. अगर हम वहां पे गए तो हमें उनका वीजा वगैरह दिखाना पड़ता है, अलाउ करना, उनसे परमिशन लेनी पड़ती है कि हम उनके कंट्री में एंट्री कर सकते हैं. नहीं, लेकिन वैसे हमारा नेपाल के साथ में नहीं है. आप जानते हो कि आपके बहुत सारे फ्रेंड्स होंगे जो नेपाल से हैं लेकिन यहाँ पे मुंबई में रह रहे हैं. So it is called as the international border. Okay, next one. Who influenced relations between India and Pakistan? So what are the purpose, what are the different criteria which influence relation between India and Pakistan? That is difference in the world view, second Kashmir issue, nuclear rivalry or all above. So see difference in the world view. वर्ल्ड व्यू मतलब वर्ल्ड का देखने का जो नजरिया है हम दोनों को वो अलग अलग है. ठीक है, पहले से ही हम दोनों इंडिया और पाकिस्तान में बनती नहीं, तो ये सबको मालूम है कि इंडिया और पाकिस्तान में बनती नहीं है, तो इनके बीच में इश्यूज है. दैट इज द फर्स्ट कश्मीर इशू. ये तो है ही कि हमारे और पाकिस्तान के बीच में कश्मीर इशू को लेके बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स चल रही. उसके बाद में न्यूक्लियर राइवलरी. यस, इट इज आल्सो ट्रू कि न्यूक्लियर टेस्ट हमारे यहाँ होते हैं तो उनको वो भी वहाँ पे न्यूक्लियर टेस्ट करते हैं. मींस they want to show the military power to us. Okay, we are just testing our power, but they are thinking that we are going to show their this power. हम लोग यहाँ पे टेस्ट करते हैं, न्यूक्लियर टेस्ट करते हैं, लेकिन उनको ऐसा लगता है कि ये लोग हमको दिखाने के लिए, हमको नीचा दिखाने के लिए कि हमारे पास में इतनी पावर नहीं, ये दिखाने के लिए वो लोग टेस्ट करते हैं. तो तुरंत बाद वो लोग भी करते हैं. अगर हमने कोई प्लेन खरीदी किया कि तुरंत वो करते हैं, हमने कोई टैंक बनाया कि तुरंत वो करते हैं. तो ये सब क्या है? दीज आर द राइवलरीज. सो न्यूक्लियर राइवलरीज. So all the options are correct. So difference in the world view, Kashmir issue, nuclear rivalry all have influenced relations between India and Pakistan. So all the answers are correct. Next one. Human Rights Protection Act was enacted by Union Parliament in In which year the Human Rights Protection Act was enacted by the Union Parliament? In 1950, in 1964, in 1981, or in 1993? So see, the correct answer is an act to provide for the constitution of a National Human Rights Commission, State Human Rights Commission in states and human rights codes for better protection of human rights and for matters connected there with a incidental thereto one. This act may be called as Protection of Human Rights Act in 1993. So the Human Right Protection Acts come in 1993. So the correct answer is the Human Rights Protection Act was enacted by the Union Parliament in the year 1993. So the next question, the conference means we have to identify which conference took place from 5 to 16 June 1972. Now these are the different conferences, that is Stockholm's conference, Rio de Janeiro is the conference, Kyoto and Paris. All these are the conference. So we have to recognize which conference took place to 5 to 16 June of 1972. Now the correct answer is the United Nations Conference on the Human Environment is also known as the Stockholm Conference, was an international conference convened under United Nations auspices held in Stockholm, Sweden from June 5 to 16, 1972. It means this Stockholm Conference or the conference which is based on international uh, human environment conference was held in Sweden. Stockholm is the city in the Sweden. That's why this conference is known as Stockholm Conference. The Stockholm Conference takes place from 5th to 16th June 1972. Okay. The next one, which is not a permanent member of the Security Council of United Nations. So the options are America, Russia, Germany, or China. So we have to give answer. So first of all, we have to know which are the permanent members of Security Council. So the permanent members are Russia, France, America, China, and England. So these are the 5 permanent members. So the permanent members of United Nations Security Council are 5 sovereign states to whom the United Nations Charter of 1945 granted a permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council. That is China, France, Russia, United Kingdom, and United States. Okay. So as we know from the question that Germany is not a permanent member of United Nations. So Germany is not a permanent member of Security Council of United Nations. So student, I hope that you understand today's lecture and how to solve this question number 5 and 6. Okay, is any problem with this question number 5 or 6 or before first to sixth question? Yes, students. If you have any question, please unmute yourself and question me. Is any problem how to solve these questions? No one? Okay. Can you tell me about United Peacekeeping Force? Yes, Sakshi. Unmute yourself and answer.
Yes. The peacekeeping activity of the United Nations involves creating appropriate circumstances
Appropriate. Yes,
favorable
yes.
for favorable for bringing about permanent peace in strife-torn areas. The peacekeeping force help these areas to progress towards peace in conflict-ridden areas. Security is provided at the same time help is extended for establishing peace. The United Nations takes up peacekeeping as one of the tasks for safeguarding and fostering peace in the world. Following things are other actions the United Nations may take supplementary to peacekeeping activities.
Very good.
Prevention of conflict, mediation.
Okay. Now, see students, this is the good answer because this is a very lengthy answer. Okay. So you can write this as your answer. Okay. Next one. State about Security Council. Security Council. Yes. Priyanshu Jaiswal.
May I?
Yes, Sakshi, you are giving the answer. Just give a chance to this also. Priyanshu Jaiswal.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, answer.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Elaborate Security Council. What do you mean by Security Council?
The main responsibility of Security Council is to maintain international peace and security.
Yes.
There are 15 members in Security Council. Of
Hmm.
them, 5 are permanent and 10 are non-permanents.
Yeah.
There are non-permanents are chosen every 2 years by the General Assembly.
Hmm.
Mm.
Which are the 5 permanent members? You can write this also in
America,
this answer.
Russia, England, France, and China are the 5 permanent
Yes.
members of the Security Council.
Yes. And they have what they have?
Power, veto
They
power.
have veto power. Yes. For the Security Council, you have to write this statement that there are 5 permanent members which are there and they have veto power. Okay. And for any decision, they have to assign all the 5 members, permanent members, and 4 non-permanent members are necessary.
Necessary.
Okay. Very good answer. Okay, next one. Now tell me what are how is our India's relation with their neighbors? The relationship between India and her neighbors. Yes, Sakshi Moria. Yes, Sakshi.
The values of equality and mutual respect have a great importance in India's foreign policy.
Yes,
India established relation with neighboring countries on the basis of these values.
yeah. And
India has a great influence among the South Asian countries.
hmm, okay. Someone who want to answer? Yes, Sakshi Tiwari or Priyanshu Jaiswal. You want to answer this question?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Next one. How do we secure our environment? How do we secure our environment?
By planting trees
Yes.
and by decreasing pollution.
Hmm. So this type of questions come in the fifth question, that is that lengthy answer in detail. So students, you have to write point wise answers. Okay. Attach the statement in 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Don't write in paragraph. Okay. Do write answer point wise. Okay. Now secure environment. Why do we securing our environment? First of all, write this reason. Why do we secure our environment? Because today the environment became very impure. Okay, because increasing of population, globalization, okay, the global warming are the different causes behind this uh, environment. Okay, so at the international level, the awareness and the need of saving the environment was expressed. Okay, and when it was expressed in 1917. So you can write so many points in this question. Okay, like the activities we celebrated on the first Earth Day on 22nd of April in 1970. And what the other conditions that chemical fertilizers and pesticides are used in agriculture. After that, sound pollution due to vehicles, radiation from nuclear reactors, oil leakages, and leakages of chemical gases make the environment unsafe and create various problems. Okay, all these are the problems. And then we have to write how to secure this environment. Okay, so the next one. Okay, can you explain urbanization? Chris Chaurasia. Yes, explain urbanization. Yes, anyone? Priyanshu? Priyanshu or Sakshi Tiwari? Sakshi Moria?
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Urbanization is a process of the concentration of pollution in a city or urban area. Increasing
Yes.
population is major reason for urbanization. A few other factors affecting urbanization are air, water, and the economic as well as social organizations necessary for community life. In the context of post independence India, The increase in urbanization is also due to factors such as reduction in the minorities rate, industrialization, unavailability of means of livelihood in the rural areas, job opportunity in cities, and the resulting migrations.
Okay, good answer. Okay. What are the different criteria are taken to develop rural area?
And they started rural water supply scheme
Okay,
and develop industries in rural areas also, and given job opportunities to rural
very good,
areas also.
very good. And
And
by giving social needs and facilities, giving good health, okay, giving good electrification. All these are, and lastly, good education for these rural area people. We can develop our rural area. Okay, all these are the different factors, and you can write 2 or 3 points under each factor. Okay, when this type of question came, that how we will develop our rural area, so there are different points in which area we have to develop our, like the first one you have told about the rural water supply. This was the point, first point, that you can write under this point how we will develop with rural water supply by giving them pipeline, okay, piped waters, you can write this, or by construction of small dams. Okay, all these 2 points come under the rural water supply. After rural development, how will you will develop as by giving them good facilities, they're filling their social needs. You can write this type of points under this. After that, industrial development, then you can do Swayam Rozgar Yojana is there, that is industrial development, or Kutir Udyog, Lagu Udyog, okay, all the small industries are there. So in this type we can explain these points. Okay, after giving education, thus Vidya Niketan is there. Okay, all these are the small small points you can write under this question. Okay. Okay, last question. Tell me about how you will explain this concept television, how it is helpful, or it take place in change our life.
Television
Yes,
came to India during the post-independence period.
yes.
It was limited to some selected programs and fixed time slots.
Mhm.
Its scope was enlarged to include educational programs, news bulletins, detailed reporting of tours of the presidents and prime ministers.
Yes,
During the language, the technique of presentation studios equipped with the latest technology and the USB of OB outdoor broadcasting vans have expanded the scope of Indian TV channels still further and the brought
mm,
in transparency and variety.
yes,
Every nook and the corner of in country is connected with
connected.
this.
And with the help of this television, everything is visible to us. What
Yes.
is correct and what is wrong, that is visible to us. So it is giving
1991
the,
CNN channel
yes,
show to the entire world
the
a live
entire world.
visual
Yes,
reporting of the Iraq war.
yeah. So with the
This
help of television, we get
yes,
different news and what is happening in the world. the direct telecast of all these things to us. Okay.
In
Very good answer.
1998, Star
Yes.
Satellite Television Asia region, a private media house, entered in India.
Good.
And the uninteresting monotonous and propagandist news telecast of the early period underwent a sea change.
Oh, okay. What is propagandist news? Do you know what is propagandist news?
No,
No. Propagandist news means what? What the government want to see or want to tell. That thing is also only that thing should be shown on the television. Okay, that is the propagandist thing. Means when the post independence or pre independence period was there, it means when black and white TVs were there. At time, what the government want to say, only that things is shown to the public, not the real things. Okay, so see, so many problems were there when these black and white TVs were there, when the government is were there, so many issues were there, but that issues not come forward to us. Why? Because television is only showing that things that what the government want, not the reality. Okay, but now what we are seeing that everyone, if one point is there, so many options are there. ओके, तो इससे क्या हो रहा है कि अगर कोई चीज गवर्नमेंट को पसंद है या नहीं पसंद है, फिर भी उसके खिलाफ में जाके या उसके साथ में रह के जो कुछ कंट्रोवर्सीज है सारी की सारी हमें उसको देखने को मिल रही है. बट एट दैट टाइम जो ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट टीवी जब था, तब ऐसा हुआ करता था कि गवर्नमेंट क्या चाहता है सिर्फ उन्हीं चीजों को सामने दिखाया जाता था. ठीक है, उसी का टेलीकास्ट होता है. दैट इज द प्रोपागेंडिस्ट. गेटिंग इट? तो इसको हम प्रोपागेंडिस्ट न्यूज बोलते हैं कि जो चाहते हैं, गवर्नमेंट चाहती है सिर्फ उन्हीं चीजों को दिखाओ जो लोग, जो उसकी ब्लैक साइड है, जो उसका कोई बुरा असर है, वो उसको नहीं दिखाते थे. दैट इज द प्रोपागेंडिस्ट न्यूज. So this is the impression of TV in our society. तो बहुत सारी चीजें ऐसी हैं जो हमें टीवी ने सिखाई है. ठीक है, क्योंकि अलग अलग जगह पे क्या हो रहा है, कैसे हो रहा है, ये सारी चीजें हमें टेलीविजन बताता है थ्रू आउट द वेरियस चैनल्स, बिकॉज थ्रू आउट द न्यूज़ेस, रिपोर्ट्स, जो कुछ हमारे वर्ल्ड में चल रहा है, जो कुछ हमारे लिए बेनिफिशियल है, वो सारी की सारी चीजें हमें टेलीविजन जो है वो शो कर रही है. ओके, so so much thanks for today's session.
Yes, teacher. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you.